Here is Hall of Fame football player Brian Dawkins explaining visualization and manifestation and how he used it in his life, in his career, to get to where he desires to be. You can use these tools as well. Thank you for watching.
Said to myself after leaving that, I said, me and my family gonna live into a spot like this. Me and my family, my wife and my kids are gonna live in a neighborhood like this. So whatever I gotta do, whatever I gotta become, I'm gonna become that.
Wow.
And that's the vision. So I began to drop off with some of the dudes I was hanging out with, and if they weren't gonna help me be able to reach that vision, I'm giving you some real stuff here now. Yeah. And that changed the outcome and the trajectory of my life. Because I began to pray on that thing, to believe in that thing, and to chase that thing, chase that vision of me living in a plush environment and having my kids be able to grow up in a place that was not like my own. And so that was an empowering tool for me that allowed me to see the end, and then go back to the beginning and work my way to it. That's visionary. As I began to learn about how the brain operates, I understand how I was doing what I was doing. I didn't know I was programming my brain to think the way that I was thinking, but I was doing that. I was creating new neural pathways. I was priming myself to have success in a lot of ways. And these, some of the things that I'm saying is some of the terminology that is used in these realms. But I began to do things and go after something that I believe had already happened in my life. Because I can feel what it was going to be like to live in the neighborhood. I can feel in that moment when I begin to dream about that, how it's going to feel to pull up to that gate and just be able to pull right through with the I began to write out my autograph saying that someday somebody going to be paying me for this thing. I began to do all that stuff around in 11th grade, 12th grade, having these visions, having these concepts, having these dreams. Again, I didn't know I was programming my brain. I was something called the reticular activating system in your brain. When you, for instance, before you got those shoes, you probably didn't notice a lot of other people wearing them. But once you got those shoes, you begin to see a whole lot of people wearing the exact same shoes. Why? Because the reticular activated system in your brain recognizes those things that you've made important. Those were important to you. So now you see so many, and it's the same thing in our lives. When you begin to go after that thing that you have already seen yourself have success in, and you begin to pray on that thing, your brain begins to operate in such a way as to help you recognize those things to help you get to it. So for those dudes that wouldn't help me get to it, I was like, nah, we good. No. And so I wasn't like rude. I was like, nah, I'm good. So y'all finna go to the store. Don't none of us have no money. No, I'm good.
Right.
Because in my mind, I know what y'all about to do. I'm serious. I'm just
we ain't got no money.
So, we ain't got no money. So now I'm good. I'm good. Y'all go ahead. Oh, you trying to be funny? No, I'm good. I'm serious. Y'all go ahead. Again, they weren't going to help me get where I wanted to go, right? And so ultimately, Ryan, you know this about me. When I discover something for myself, I don't believe that thing that I've discovered is for me. It's for other people. So I'm supposed to share what I have. We're supposed to share the victories in our lives that we've had, that God has given us. We're supposed to share them with other people to allow them to receive their versions of the same victory. Maybe it's not Hall of Fame in the NFL. Maybe it's not playing 16 years in the National Football League. Maybe it's something completely different. Maybe it's, having your own trucks, food trucks or something. Maybe it's something, but it's something. It's something inside. And again, if I have something that I've done in my life that can help you reprogram the way that you're thinking, to get out of that stinking thinking, to be able to achieve something great in your life, man, I'm selfish if I keep it to myself. So that's the road I'm on now.